Hey guys, this is David seeking New Read Comics. Gonna do another segment called Five Comics. Okay, this is called Five First Appearances that we might have overlooked. All right, some book came out in 2015, 2016, but it's literally a modern comic book that has a first appearances that many I don't know. Many people are not talking about it, or they probably have forgotten about it, or they just don't care about this certain characters. But let me refresh that memory and let's look back. I'll show you five books, and I'll tell you their first appearances are. I don't know if it makes any significance when it comes to nowadays, when it comes to that certain title, but it's still a first appearance, and I was just shocked. I was just shocked. First one here. This one is where is it? Star Wars High Republic issue number one. This is the Stephanie Hans cover. Was an open order. This is the first appearance of Keith Trennis, Skur, Loden Greatstorm, Stella Gilles, and Venestra Roll. I think I pronounced it that right. There's a many first appearances, and this was the kickstart, not a kickstart. This is the kick of the High Republic going hundreds of years before the Skywalker series, saga. Um, so great cover by Stephanie Hans. Second, there's handful of first appearances. Like I said, don't know how they impact the storyline now, but it's always great to have a first appearances. All right. There's also Star Wars High Republic Avengers was a little bit more towards the kids. That also has some view, but this is the main that attracted a lot of attention. People were kind of getting sick of the Skywalker, um, so they decided to go back in time. Not back in time as in like multiverse traveling back. They went back 100, 200 years before Luke Skywalker or even Anakin Skywalker, the Skywalker whole theory. So it was very interesting. But guess what? This one here, October 30th, CGC 9.8, sold for $40. $40. But the raw copy sold for $2.25. It's a very attainable minor key in the first appearances, especially when there's a handful of it. And Star Wars need to start brushing their story. They need to really focus on what they want to achieve instead of going back and forth. I mean, this storyline at the first was all right. I actually have a hardcover of High Republic novel. It was a very, 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 very slow read. It built a lot of the character. I feel like reading one of the Michael Bendis story. But maybe we might have overlooked. Maybe there's something in the future for these characters for this title. All right, never know. Only time will tell. But $40 buy-in on a 9.8, $2.50 raw on a high grade, on a high like near mint condition. Why not? Why not? I'm not saying to get it. I'm just saying it's there. This is more of, hey, did you know? It's out there. Maybe you might have forgotten. And so buy what you want, but I'm gonna make a video as I want. All right, the next one is mutants are coming. The new X-Men 128. All right, this is a Ethan Van Sciver cover, first appearance of Phantom X. October of 29, raw copy sold for $18. On September 19, going back to September now, CGC 9.8 sold for $135. Not bad for first appearance of a character, especially on a Grant Morrison storyline. And this is it's a minor key too, because this is when Professor X tells the world that he is a mutant. Go figure, right? Um, yeah, I mean, it's a great book. There's also a newsstand, so look out for that as well. That will catch you a few more extra pennies on it. But yeah, never know what they will do with this character. You think he has some legs? Might not. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Only the creators of a writer of comic book, along with whoever's gonna use this character, Phantom X, in their upcoming mutant movie. Never know, but still not bad for $18 for near mint copy. 135 for CGC 9.8. I remember this book went all the way up to like 325 at one point, and the raw copy was fetching about 45 to 50, sometimes $60. So it's still very attainable. Would you buy it? Don't care for the character? We decide the market, not the seller. All right, next book. This is a major character, but design cover variant by Robbie Rodriguez. You know this, Edge of Spider-Verse, issue number 2, first appearance of Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen in an alternate world, Earth 65. I think that's, yeah, Earth 65. This is the only reprint of this issue that has a different cover than the others. First print, second print, fourth print, fifth print. I think there's also sixth print. Yeah, all same cover. This is the only one that has a design variant. So why not grab something that is different, that is very attainable, right? Third print variant, Robert Rodriguez cover, October of 28, raw copy sold for $21. August 25th, CGC 9.8 in this grade, one sold for $160, but it was offered, it was open to best offer. Never know. Remember when what is that? Edge of Spider Verse, Edge of Spider Verse movie came out. This book, this condition in this third print was actually selling for over $300. So almost double, even down from that to 160 OBO. So never know, could be 140, 120, 150, but still only cover within the reprint that has a different cover rather than the first print cover. So think about that. Maybe it's, I don't know, you probably knew, probably don't know, but I thought this was a really cool grab, which I got it for back in, I believe I got it for like, I don't know, less than 160, I can tell you that. All right. Am I pumping or dumping? Oh, hell no. I don't sell. I just want to share some of the information, some of the things that I find out, some of the books that I want to re-show, and this is one of the platform and one of the ways that I can do it. All right, this is something that you guys probably don't know or didn't know, forgotten about it. I'm just shocked. Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vow, Volume Number 1, came out in 2016. I'm sorry, 2015. There's yeah, there is this one here. There's a cover A. There's one out of 50, and I think that was one out of 25 as well. Well, anyway, this is a Mike Deodato Jr. cover. This is what they call the ant size variant, not Ant-Man, ant size variant, because as you can see, there's a small little speck there in the center of that cover. All right, but in the back has that awesome art by Deodato. Gotta love it. You can get this thing remarked. You can get his signature. I don't know, but just something about it has a great appeal to it. But CGC doesn't tell you anything about this book that is an ant size variant cover, and there's a Venom appearance, but they don't tell you This is the first appearance of Peter Parker's daughter with Mary Jane Watson. Her name is Anna Mae Parker. They call her Annie in a Earth 18119. Later, she becomes Spiderling. We have a lot of talk about Spider Girl, Girl Spider, but nobody's really talking about this character, Anna Mae Parker, Annie. As she grows up in Volume 2, she becomes Spiderling. I don't know. You decide. What do you think? Did you know that there was a first appearance of Anna Mae Parker? Anna Mae Parker, that later becomes Spiderling in Volume 2 on Renew Your Vow. Well, I knew. I picked it up. You won't believe what I paid for. I won't tell you, but I'll tell you what it sold for November 1st. CGC 9.8 of this grade, $75. All right. Raw copy back in September 11th sold for $5. You decide what cover you want. I go with this one here. I have the cover A signed by I think it was Romita Jr. Oh no. The first A cover was Andy Kubert. No, Adam Kubert. I think it was signed by Adam Kubert. Yeah, and Dan Slott. Dan Slott story. Dan Slott. He did okay. Not all of his story were great. But this actually wasn't it's not a bad read. Read it because this actually might come back. All right. The title itself alone, maybe they might use this storyline on the future Spider-Man alternate, not the MCU. This is something that Sony might want to look into. But anyway, yeah, Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vow #1 and side variant. How's that? That's so cool, man. First appearance of Anna Mae Parker in an alternate world when Peter and Mary Jane pop out a baby daughter. All right, this one is, I just don't know how this is not selling as more than it is, but I just love this cover. I always speculated on this. Superman, Lois and Clark, issue #8. Lee Weeks cover. As you can see from the cover itself, you know what's going to happen. This is when John Kent becomes Spider Boy. First appearance of John Kent is Lois and Clark, issue #1. There's was that Convergence, Superman Convergence, issue #1. Or was it 3? When Lois was pregnant with John, but his first full appearance become on issue #1 in this title, and later on issue #8 he gets his Spider Boy costume or suit, you want to call it, and he becomes Superboy. But CGC don't tend to write that there, so don't believe everything what CGC tells you. Read the book, and do your research. And if you are into Jonathan Kent, which I was, being a favorite, I just love the Super Son storyline when they first released it in 2000 and what was that? 2016, 15? No. Anyway, 2000 no 2016. I think it was 2016, 2017. Yeah, and him and Damien had a really good chemistry. I love the storyline, how you get the bad cop, good cop kind of guy storyline. But anyway, um, Superman, Lois and Clark, issue #8. John Kent or Jonathan Kent becomes Superboy. Now you guys saying, "Oh, big deal," but the thing is, it is a big deal. He already has a power, but he is recognized to be a Superboy in this issue. Like how Spider Gwen became Spider Gwen on Edge of Spider Verse issue number 2. All right. So and how Venom became Venom on. Yes, I can go on, but you guys know where I'm getting at. So anyway, 5 first appearance in a comic book that we might have overlooked or forgotten about, or maybe we not even noticed it. There we go. So all I don't know, first time viewers, first time collectors, new to collecting. Here it is. Maybe something that you might want to look into. Don't have to buy. It's not a hype here. Just telling you what it sold for in the past 3 months on eBay. Biggest comic shop online. I don't tell you guys any lie. I tell you guys the facts about all the. I mean, with the information that is given or that I have researched, don't have to break a bank, but you have a pretty decent minor key issue in your collection with some great covers. All right. Um, with that said, let me know what you think. It's the first time into my channel. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and yeah, comment below. Give me your thoughts. Think this is a waste of money? What do you think this is pretty good a pretty good gamble to get it at low? You tell me. I already have the book. So I don't want to sell the book. I already have it. So you let me know what you think. And until next time, guys,